Hey there gamers, DreamcastGuy here, and today we're talking about the Game Awards because they just announced the categories and the nominees for all the different categories, from Best Ongoing Game to Best Game of the Year to Best RPG to Best Fighting Game, and I gotta admit that a lot of the nominations, they're actually frustrating because I just feel like how this stuff gets selected, how these games get picked, it just seems so incredibly stupid. But let's talk about the different nominees because it seems like everybody online is instantly pissed. Let's discuss. Hi, hope you're having a great day, and if you could please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, here it is. Let's begin with what is definitely the most controversial, which is the picks for Game of the Year. Now, I know some people are going to go, nobody actually cares about the Game Awards, but I think they do. This is the biggest, most prolific, public-facing award show that the gaming industry has ever had. This has tens of millions, sometimes even hundreds of millions of eyes on it. Now, a lot of those people are watching for the trailers and they don't actually care about the awards, but I still think they matter. So here is their 6 picks of what they think are the best games. One of them is going to be the winner of winners, but we've got Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring's DLC, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor ReFantasio. Now, I'm not going to say any of these are bad games. I've beaten all these games. I think they're definitely all 9.5s or 10 out of 10 games, especially stuff like Rebirth, Metaphor, and I definitely loved Astrobot. I've been very addicted to Balatro, but to me, the two odd men out, Black Myth Wukong, I am surprised to see that there. Personally, honestly, I enjoyed Stellar Blade a lot more than Black Myth Wukong, but Black Myth Wukong is a good game. I think a lot of people are upset about Elden Ring's DLC because this is in a bunch of categories. We're going to take a look at it, but Elden Ring has already swept the Game Awards. Elden Ring already won a bunch of stuff, so the fact that it is once again possibly going to sweep the Game Awards, but this time with downloadable content, people are going, okay, well, it's neat that Balatro, an indie game made by one person, is being heralded as this monumental titan among the other big games, but it is weird to think about the fact that, like, I see people just being, they did it. They actually left out Silent Hill 2 Remake. It's so bizarre. I like the fact that Elden Ring is so good. It is some of the best DLC I've played. I beat it, and God, I do love that DLC. But other games like Infinite Wealth, I feel like that's much more deserving. I mean, a lot of people are saying it's not a standalone game. It feels like other games are being robbed for sure. Now, here's all the different categories they have. Best narrative, best community support, best family game. But I wanted to go through a couple that definitely caught my eye the most. Best RPG. Even this category, I feel like, gets increasingly watered down. It originally was much more hardcore. All these games, I think, count for the most part, but I am disappointed to see so much of Elden Ring in here. I just feel like other RPGs deserve that spotlight. Other games deserve to be cheerleaded, to be talked about over this admittedly very good DLC, but it does feel like, I just think that in general, the Game Awards, their idea of these things is just so wishy-washy. Like, best action adventure game, freaking Echoes of Wisdom, Star Wars Outlaws. Now, I know I'm one person that I did not hate Star Wars Outlaws, but let's face it, 99% of the internet despises this game. It sold so badly, they basically posted a public apology about how busted it was at day one. Now, Jeff Keighley, the organizer of the Game Awards, he said straight up, I'm not picking these, the panel of judges is. Essentially, there are 29 different categories and hundreds of different websites. Everybody from Eurogamer to Polygon to IGN to GameSpot, they get their reviewers, the people that have actually played hundreds of hours of these games, they have them actually pick what games they think are the most deserving of each of these categories. So it's weird to think that these are the games they think are the best of the best of the best, especially because not only was Star Wars Outlaws very glitchy at launch, but it got a lot of 7 out of 10s. Is it because it had so much action? Like, I wouldn't even count Silent Hill 2 as an action adventure. I mean, It's spooky and great. I guess it's literally that they're just trying to figure out what stuff should go where. Now, this is one I do think is interesting, which is Best Performance, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That's obviously the actress playing Aerith. We've got Luke Roberts from Silent Hill 2, Melina Jorgens from Senua's Saga. This is another one that just doesn't make sense. I did not like Senua's Saga, but also I didn't really think her acting was that great. A lot of these Star Wars Outlaws, how is there so much Star Wars Outlaws? That game sold 12 copies and 4 of them were returned. Just utterly confusing. This is the part, though, that actually gets me the most. Now watch, I'm going to click back and forth. Look at this. Isn't that amazing? 2 categories with the exact same thing. I feel like this waters down the impact of Game of the Year. Like, okay, here's Game of the Year. Here's Best Game Direction. I love Balatro. I have now played way too many hours. I bought Balatro on both Steam Deck, I bought it on my phone, and I bought it on my Nintendo Switch. It's my primary freaking treadmill game now. I play it literally 30 minutes every single day while jogging. That game is so fun, but I would not think of it as a game with outstanding creative vision and innovation. And again, the Elden Ring DLC. That is not a game I think has any crazy outstanding innovation. It's just more Elden Ring. Now, I've said that I think Elden Ring is one of the best games ever, but I would not think the DLC is innovative because it is just more Elden Ring. Like, why coming up with 29 different categories if the winners, if the nominations just feel like they're being randomly picked out of a hat? Now, I got 3 more categories I want to look at here, but I am truly flabbergasted. Best Narrative, FF7 Rebirth, Silent Hill 2. Some of these make sense. I think Infinite Wealth, I liked Infinite Wealth, but a lot of Yakuza fans said they didn't like, honestly, they didn't care as much for the story. So the fact that it's winning Best Story is a bit strange. I feel like Silent Hill 2 is definitely going to win this, or possibly Rebirth, because the story in Rebirth is good. But again, Senua's Saga, to me, this feels like they're just trying to, I don't know, grab attention. They can't think of any other games. Are you telling me, I did a video about this, there were over 10,000 games released this year. 10,000. Are you telling me of the 10,000 games that are out there, that Senua's Saga, that game is one of the best narratives? You've got to be kidding me. This is not a serious competition. Okay. Best Independent Game, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Neva, UFO 50, Balatro, Animal Well. I mean, I'm sure a lot of these are great. I did hear good things about Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. I'll be honest, I've not even heard of Neva or UFO 50. I did hear good things about Animal Well, but I'm not really in a Metroidvania move, so I haven't played that one yet. Outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside traditional publications. I am just confused by a lot of this stuff. Best ongoing game, every year this ends up being something. Honestly, I would have probably given Helldivers 2 a nomination for Game of the Year before freaking Elden Ring DLC. God, best ongoing game, I'd probably give that to Diablo 4. I think Diablo 4 became a million times better this year. That's a seasonal action game where you're constantly trying to kill demons and get gear and stuff like that. Each of the new seasons have been better and better and better. I am baffled that this stuff, it just feels like of these 29 categories, 80% nobody cares about. Stuff like best esports athlete, best random racing game, best adaptation. Nobody cares about this stuff. And I feel like if you keep giving these random nominations that don't make sense, people are going to care less and less about the Game Awards. Well, I'm going to watch it on December 12th. We'll live stream it. But I got to say, this is dramatically worse than my lowest expectations. What the heck? Keeley, what the heck? Please like the video if you enjoyed it. And if you didn't enjoy it, tell me what your nomination is for Game of the Year. Please, thank you very much for watching. If you could, I don't know, go play some games. I'm actually, I'm so confused by this. But we'll watch it live. I'll live stream it on the channel on December 12th. And hopefully it's not too much of a train wreck. But I got a feeling it's going to be a 3-hour roasting session. Thanks for watching. Love you very much, and keep dreaming. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.